in the middle of the eyes is that, and if you're not listening, it's because you don't have the right team. Because if you don't think that they have the information you need to succeed, you probably don't have the right people sitting at the table with you.
That's right. And by the way, I wouldn't just talk to your team.
Mm-hmm.
The people we talk to the most, big insight here, is our customers. Exactly. Really tapping in, particularly in a tough economic environment,
Right.
to, the pain your customers are feeling, what it is about you that brought them in today or got them to you to the first place, making sure you hold on tight to what got you where you are and just adapt the pieces you need to adapt. So what I see a lot of people doing in this economic climate is kind of thrashing around. Everything looks good because any opportunity in a storm.
Right.
But that's not necessarily the smartest strategy. Again, I'm not talking about someone who's starting a new business, but someone who has a business. There is a certain set of customers you've attracted and a certain reason why they were attracted to you. Make sure you know what that is. And there's a set of problems you already know how to solve for them. If you need, if you're looking for new ideas to grow the business, look in that problem set first. Because, again, it's what you know, it's what your customers know you as. Focus is, believe it or not, more important in a tough economic time than it is in when the tide is rising.
That's good to know. So how would you define success? Be it for a leader or for a business, what are the success criteria? How do you say, check, I'm successful?
Why does every business owner have to define success for themselves? Some do it on, revenue growth or profitability or how much their business is worth. A lot of what gratifies me and makes me feel successful is actually seeing the team at Constant Contact grow and change and take on new opportunities. We have, young people at Constant Contact who've started here in one job and been able to change jobs into a new department and then get promoted into managers and then become directors. And I'm watching them flourish in their career, and my heart just swells, right?
That's right.
And so seeing the team be successful is a lot of what defines success for me. And seeing our customers be successful is a lot of what defines success for me. When I'm out talking in the industry at an event and a customer comes up to me and says, "You changed my business."
Wow.
That's when I know I've been successful.
Right. That's nice. That's very nice. Gail, I know we've talked a couple of times, and you definitely have that mentoring speak about you. It's not fake. It's all genuine, and it comes across loud and clear. And I know this is something you like to do, is that to mentor young business owners, and young doesn't have to be age. Maybe new business owners is the better way, and that's something you also get a lot of satisfaction out of too.
Yes, absolutely.
So, Gail, what advice would you have, to mentor some of the women that we're listening to who are in business for themselves today? What advice would you have for them in these challenging times?
So the question I get, so I'm going to go back to that entrepreneurship thing we started with at the beginning. The question I'm hearing a lot is, should I start a business? I have this business idea. Is it good enough to run with? And I have really, I have three questions I ask entrepreneurs. And, if they can answer them all well, they're in good shape. And the three questions are really simple. Who is your customer? And really, can you answer that crisply, right? Women is not an answer, right?
Right.
Who is your customer needs to be much more specific, right? I'm, catering to moms, in their 30s who are working, right? In the greater Acton, Massachusetts area. That's specific enough.
Right.
So who is your customer? Do you have a crisp answer? What problem are you solving for them? So, most of us, there are lots of other businesses coming at your target audience, solving problems for them, trying to sell them things. Knowing crisply what it is you uniquely do that is going to make their business better or their life better in some way, right? I'm going to offer them a less expensive solution for this problem. I'm going to make this more convenient. I'm going to be, more, I'm going to have more locations, whatever it is, right? What problem are you solving for the customer? And if you can answer that crisply, so now we crisply know who's our customer, what problem we're solving for them. The only other question you need to answer and answer well is, can you make money solving that problem? So if you need, if you really look at the problem you're solving and you look at it from the customer in, right? How would the customer want that problem solved? And in the end, you think you can do that? And the expense of delivering that product or service is lower than the revenue they're paying you, right? So you can make money doing it. Go for it. Build that business. And in my mind, that's a business plan. Those 3 questions are your business plan. And it doesn't need to be a whole lot more elaborate. So, when I talk to, you use not young, but new entrepreneurs or new business owners, those are the 3 questions I want to hear them really kind of have thought through and in their gut know the right answers to.
You even make me rethink for the